everyone, it's your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, and today we're going to get into the Petit Fours palettes from Viseart. So I ordered the two somewhat colorful ones. I got the pink one and Framboise, I believe I'm saying that right, and then I got Lilas. So Lilas is the one I'm concerned about, so let's open her up and start, you know, with that whole situation right there. So these were $22, and they're quite tiny for $22, but at least the pans are bigger than the other ones in the, what do you call them? And the edit ones, I only own one edit palette. Where is it? I only own the dark edits. Where did I put that thing? Ah, it's in front of me. And the pans in this one look like they're smaller than the pans in the other ones. But let's open it up and see, so we can see if I'm right or not. I wanted the, I bought the original dark edits, and I really like that one. So I wanted to get the baby one and do like a little comparison or whatever. Because this one has shimmers. But yeah, see, the size of these are different. Like, I feel like this one is a tad bit, just a tad bit bigger than this one. But in all fairness, it should be, because this one, I think costs more for less shades than this one does. Like, this one is $39, but I caught it on sale on Beauty Bay for $27.75, I want to say, or it's $27.25, one of those two numbers. Anyway, I have the original dark edit as well. You all saw that in recently one of my favorite two palettes. This one right here. So they're quite the different, but that's not what the subject is. But I figured since I showed you, I can show you both of them, and then you'll see the difference between the pan size of the one I just showed you and this one as well. So I brought some other Viseart palettes along to pair with this one, because as you see, she kind of ashy, and I don't see her working well for me at all. Like, I can't use any of the mattes in here other than to dust over other things. But I knew I had other Viseart palettes, so I did not fret. So see the pan sizes? These ones are a little bit smaller than these, but the other ones I just showed you were smaller than the one that we're going to review today, or the two we're going to review today. So let's get started. They retail for $22, like I said. And how many ounces is in here? I don't think, oh, it's 6 grams or 0.21 ounces for $22. Now, I know everyone says these are the same as the bigger ones, but I respectfully disagree. But I was like, since the pan sizes are getting closer to the size of the original ones I normally try, I figured we could try it out and see if it would be the same. Because like I said, in my personal opinion, like the dark edits one, it's not going to be the same as the quality of the dark matte palette. It's just not. Because I mean, like, they charge you more and they're in business to make money. So I don't feel like the quality of this is the same as the quality of this. But I'm hoping I am surprised and I am wrong. Next, let's get into the little pink one here. I forgot to bring the palette I wanted to palette match up this palette with, because I, what happened? I was in a rush. Adriangameover saw a mouse at our house and he freaked out. So, mommy had to bring him with her this week, because otherwise I think he would have stayed at home because of the whole incident I told you in a video previously where someone tried to break into my grandmother's house while I was here. So, anyway, this is what this palette looks like on the inside. Keep us in your prayers, because, man, I've had to do a whole bunch of renovations to the house because, you know, somebody tried to break in. I had to put in motion lights and I had to put in security cameras. It was a whole thing, y'all. I'm glad I work at a home improvement store, else, you know, I might have been fucked. This is what it looks like on the inside. I like this one better than the other one. I feel like this will pair great with the, what is this? The Pinks palette from Juvia's Place, because as you can see, it has really nice neon bright shades in here, and you can have like a fun bright colored crease, or have something fun like this on your lower lash line, and then go in with the more subtlety of these. So I would like dust this on top of that hot pink, and then I would use like this shade on the lid and like this shade in the crease. So we're gonna do a palette mashup with this one and this one another time, or I might just do it in this video to save time. But I brought my editorial brights with me, so maybe we can use that instead of the Juvia's Place one, and we'll save that pairing up video, like I told you all, for another time. But I definitely will say I'm already liking the shades in this one better than the first one, just because at least I can use all the shades in this one instead of the other one. I can dust this over this pink when I put it in the crease. I can have this on the lid, and I can have this on the inner corner. So as far as this one goes for my skin tone, I don't think this is a good idea for us unless you're going to pair it with like a really cool tone matte palette. Like if you have the Persona Cosmetics Identity palette, the original one, if you're my skin tone, you could pair this with that one if you catch this on like a good sale. Because it does have some nice shimmers in it, and that way if you want to try out their shimmer formula, you can get their shimmer formula. Or if you just like this color story, it would be a good buy. But if you're my skin tone, I don't suggest you buy this unless you catch it on a very good deal. So what I'm going to do is, I'm thinking about using the purple in this palette, and then just going in with the Lilas palette, since it's supposed to be Lilas. But in my personal opinion, I don't feel like any of these are really that purple tone. They seem to be more taupey, grayish type purples, if you will. But I'm going to go in with the purple one. Then maybe I'll try to use this one to dust over it, or combine both of these to dust over it, because I want to see how these are going to perform as far as mattes go, as opposed to, you know, the mattes I'm used to using, which are these. And then we'll just use these two shimmers on the lid and in the corner. And then we're going with the pinks palette. I think I'll do a look with it on its own, and then I might just put the hot pink in here on the outer V to give it like the look, a pop, if you will. So I'm thinking that's how we're going to do it. So that way we can use this Viseart Brights palette, because that's actually the one I use the least. The one I use the most is the Dark Edits, my Grande Pro 3. Of course, you all have seen that several times. And then I like to use the Koi palette a lot when I use shimmers to go with the Viseart Pro. Let me pull that one real quick so we can get all this kind of talk out the way. I didn't have to move far because it was on the bed. But yeah, this is that one. If you all have not seen my channel before, which I feel like a lot of you have, because like 70% of the people that's watching this video aren't subscribed, which I thought was weird, because I'm like, why the hell do you keep coming back? Like, why? If you ain't subscribed, what are you coming back for? I don't understand. Anyway, this is what it looks like on the inside. And as you can see, it doesn't really have any colors that will go with what we have. I mean, I could use these like grays and maybe this weird purple, blue down here. But it's like, since it's a purple tone palette, I want to stick to the actual purple. So let me finally stop talking after like the last 6 minutes and actually put some of this crap on my eyes. So we're going to start with the purple one, which I am concerned about as far as like color story goes. So we can see how that works out for us. And then we can end on the high note with the one I know will work, which is the little pink one here. Okay, I'm going to start off with, I prime my eyes with Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm going to see. I have my brushes in my little cup prepared. I just didn't take them out and, you know, decide which one I was going to use with what and all that good stuff yet. So that's why we're in here like la la la, trying to figure out life. Excuse me. This one. Do I have one for the crease? Yeah, that's the one for the crease. No, I don't want to use that one. Sorry, y'all, the decisions I have to make, I tell you. I'll use that brush, and there's one other brush I need for the crease. Where I'll just take, I don't have a 25 here. I'll take this brush. Yeah, I'll just take this 27 then. I thought I had a 25. You know what? No. There's a ColourPop one. We'll just use that one. I love these little free ColourPop blending brushes. And this brush has actually lasted a really long time. Like, it's loose at the ferrule, but it still hasn't, like, broke on me and everything. So I'm excited about that. So we're going to take the purple, start putting that in the crease. Oh, I just realized this little mirror, this little palette doesn't have a mirror. So I have to find another palette that has a mirror, because none of the Viseart palettes I have in mirrors right now. So I'm going to just take my Rosy Glam palette from Mario and use the mirror in here. Anyway, I'm going to start off on this eye. And I'm going to have to obviously take this into the crease as well, since the shade that I'm going to dust on top of it clearly will not match Sister Girl's skin tone at all. I mean, blend in or show up any color on Sister Girl that is ashy, so we're not going to risk it. We're not going to risk it. But it's okay, because I have so many Viseart palettes till I wasn't concerned, and that's why I went ahead and ordered it anyway. Plus, like I said, I wanted to see if the quality was going to be the same. And it was a cute little palette at the end of the day, so I was like, you know, let's just get two. Because we know I wasn't going to get either one of the brown ones. That was completely out of the question, so sorry, no. We can't even do it. So I'm just stamping it all across. And then I'll take another brush and, you know, blend it out and whatnot. I'm going to try to stamp down my color right now. Okay, so that looks good. Got a nice little dark, smoky situation and whatnot. Brush. I need a clean brush to just dust over this. And then I'm going to take my refer number, what is this, 16, and start dusting one of the colors from the actual palette we're supposed to be using on top of this. I just want to make sure all this is smoothed out and nice before we get another color. And then I'm going to just combine those two colors and literally dust them over this to kind of give us a more airbrushed effect. But I wanted something bright in the crease to go with those shimmers, since I feel like they're, you know, well, kind of lackluster because of the color selection that they chose. But, you know, whatever. I'm just disappointed because y'all know I would have got the purple and the pink one, and I feel like the purple one isn't really purple because they're calling it lilac, but this is the Mario one, and it's supposed to be rosy, and this is the lilac one. See how I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like the Mario one looks more of like a true lilac-y type vibe before theirs does, just because of the dual chrome and then that more rosy-ish type shade. Because sometimes people put, oh, there's a lot of pigment coming out of here. Okay. So these shades are quite dusty because they're quite pigmented, but, you know, on their own, they wouldn't show up on me. But I'm going to swatch them before we go into the next palette so you can see that they won't show up on me. Even though I feel like on the eye, you'll see that they're not going to do too great a job. I mean, they're blending in nicely with the purple and playing off that. But trust me, if I had just put these in my crease on their own, like, they'd have been like, who I'm supposed to show up on? Who am I supposed to be showing up for? Because I'm not showing up for you. I mean, like, at all. Child, please. But as you can see, they're going nicely on top of this one. If you see what I'm saying? Like, it's looking nice on top of the purple I put on. But let me have just put this on my eyelid on its own. Girl, bye. These shades would laugh me out of town. They'd be like, oh, she over here trying it. So I'll put a little bit more. And then we'll figure out which shimmer to use. Obviously, I'll most likely have to use the darker one. But I'm thinking about doing the darker one and the lighter one together and just putting a little bit more, what do you call it? Of the silver toward the front of the eye and then wrapping it around into the inner corner. I might try that. Also, I'm really liking blending these two shades together on top of the purple. So if you have a purple in your collection and you like the look I'm doing, you could always get this quad anyway and then just dust it over a purple shade. And as you can see, it's showing up on my skin nicely. And now it's just looking like, you know, a true, like, purple with the ashy mattes in here that they added on. So let's go ahead and take this clean brush that has no product on it and dust around and make it look smooth. Y'all, here in Illinois, they didn't put us back to stage 3, which means you can't go nowhere besides work or the grocery store. So I'm just like, and then Adrian's school just sent me some message talking about how they expecting him to, what is it they expecting him to do? Oh, they want his dental exam. And I usually just, when it comes to them, I let them get their dental exam from the dental truck that comes to the school every year. But obviously COVID is here, so they're not doing that. So I'm like, I don't know how you expect me to send you anything when, you know, we're in the middle of COVID and they just said you can't go anywhere in the state of Illinois. So I don't know what you want from me. What do you want me to tell you? Because it's not much to tell, sis. Pritzker says stay your ass inside unless you got to go to work. But I'm an essential worker, so I will still have to go to work. But, you know, I feel bad for, like, all the people who work, like, at restaurants or who work at just, you know, clothing stores and stuff, because you're not an essential worker. They're not selling Lysol at, you know, Hollister, so you ain't got no job now. So those are people I truly, like, feel for. There are people who get to work from home and they are blessed, and they should realize that they're blessed if they did not know it before. Ooh, these are nice foily shimmers, but that's what I'm going to look at this. See, this right here is why I bought them, just these two right here. But let me swatch it all, and then you can see. But yeah, so these are the shades in palette. And I had to build up this pink one and this gray one in order for you to see it the way you do. But I still feel like if I had just put those on myself, they'd have been ashy, just like this shade in the Mario palette. But here we are. This Mario palette keeps trying to drop off my legs. Look, Mario. Like, I know I'm just using you for a mirror and you don't appreciate it, and that's why you keep trying to fall off my lap. But, honey, let's be professional here, okay? Just stay on the lap till we're done with these looks. You need to stay there. Don't get in your feelings because I'm not using your palette right now, okay? We've used it. Thank you. Stay in your place. Anyway, I'm going to take this, I guess it's supposed to be like a gunmetal type shade. This one right here. Put it toward the back of the eye. Of course, y'all know the drill. And then we're going to put this toward the front of the eye. And like I told y'all, we're going to try to loop it into the inner corner there and see how that goes. So, anyway, I hope all of you are well and nobody trying to travel to see their family. Because, you know, I know they're telling us here in Illinois to stay inside. So, I don't know if they told any other states to stay inside. I believe I heard Texas is back on lockdown for like 10 days. Or was it California? One of those two places. See how subtle the shimmer is going on, even though I'm like trying to pack it on. I feel like their shimmer is going better though with natural hair brushes. So maybe I should use a natural hair brush. This is an e.l.f. Cosmetics brush. And Kathleen Lights used to rave about this brush. But it's like they don't even make it anymore. Like I finally bought it when they had it on sale on their website. And then I loved it and I went back to go get another one. And they don't even have it up there anymore. I'm like, what? Like they discontinued and they just didn't tell anybody? Or they can't find the manufacturer to make it? Or like what's going on? Because it's like, I want the brush. So you need to run it. Run the brush. Run it. Okay, y'all, I think I'm going to try to put it on my finger a little bit because with that brush, it's not cutting it. And I want to save the animal hair brush I have here because I don't have number 2 reference here. I only have one, so I want to save that brush for when I have to, you know, do the last look, which is the one I'm most excited about, the pink one, since I know I can use everything in the palette. I'm gonna just flip this brush over and take that nice little bright silvery shade and see if we can do better with the brush for it. Now, I can blend this together quite nicely. I don't know, it's funny because it seems like this one is working better with the brush, whereas, as y'all saw, the other one didn't do that great. So I don't know what's going on with that, but okay. And you can see the difference in the brightness too. So I'm just patting the finger that I used with the first one to try to mesh the colors together. I mean, I want you to see the difference, but it's like I don't want you to see the transition of the difference. See? Now when I turn my head, it just looks like I got a bright shimmer. So that's what we'll be looking for. Let me get an inner corner brush and hook that up real quick. I did not make a mover wipes over there in the corner, and I am too lazy to get up and get them because that means I might have to possibly turn off the camera and restart it, and who's doing all that? And I didn't mean to say camera, I meant like, you know, my phone. I actually did film some videos with my camera though, so you should be seeing those in December because I started to film all my best of videos with my camera since Adriangameover showed me how to edit videos and made me intro and outro on the computer so that way mommy could use her camera instead of using her phone. I'm only using my phone today because I want this video to go up tomorrow, and I didn't get the hotspot from the library in time to bring it with me in order to use the camera and still get it up tomorrow like I want it to go up. So that's why you're seeing it here. But from now on, I'm gonna try to use my camera for the most part, as long as it's not something I have to rush and do. Now, if I have to rush and make sure y'all get that video in the same day, then we gonna have to, you know, you just gonna have to use the phone, because that's the most efficient way for me to get it up for you in timely fashion. So okay, I want to put a little bit more of this purple and put it in the crease, so that's why we're still on this same look. My bad, sis, but I feel like it just got taken away a little bit, especially with the shimmer that's overpowering my crease right now that I don't appreciate. So I'm taking a purple and taking a blending brush to intensify the shimmer. I mean, to intensify the purple that was there before. That's the only thing I'm not feeling about these shimmers. I feel like, you know, you're not doing that. And I'm going to take, sorry, wrong brush. Take this brush. Because these shimmers have just traveled too far, and I'm just annoyed with them. But alas, it's too late. They're just too high up. And thank goodness I'm sitting right close up so you can see like all of what is going on and what is wrong there. So now we're gonna get into the second palette. Now I'm gonna take the hot pink from this one and do the outer V like I told you all, or maybe doing a lower lash line, I don't know, but I'm going to try to mainly use all the colors in here. So I'm gonna take the hot pink for the outer V to give it that pop. Then we're gonna put this one in the crease, we're gonna dust this over that one, and then we're gonna use these two shimmers so we can use this entire palette. So let's get started on that look now. And then I will do my comparison swatches of all these things at the end, because I got a few other high-end palettes like Tom Ford quads that I feel like might be similar to this one right here. I don't have any pink Tom Ford quads, so I'm not worried about it for those, but I will show you all the you know, the Nubian sweet pinks against this Framboise, and so we shouldn't have too many swatches to do. But I'm gonna have to turn off the camera and go get the wipes when we get to that part. So, but for now, we're just gonna start off with this cute little pink shade in the outer V. So let me grab another pencil brush. I'm gonna take that light pink, that hot pink shade, and make sure I just leave it on the outer V because we want that more subtle crease shade. I'm sorry if you can hear Adriangameover in the background coughing. I left his cough medicine at home, so I might have to go to Family Dollar in the morning and get some, but there's one down the street, thank goodness, so I don't have to go too far. Look how nice this hot pink looks like on this outer V. I feel like it's going to give this look the pop that it needs because, you know, not going to have too much pop other than the shimmer because the crease color is kind of dull. And as you can see, I'm trying to take it down the lash line a little bit. I don't know why. I just felt like it. So that's what we're doing. Y'all just sitting back and thinking, like, I know a lot of people have had COVID-19 And all the people I know have been blessed to like live through it. Like no one has died from it. But I do have an elderly cousin that's in the hospital right now who has it. And I am concerned about her because she already has, you know, of course, pre-existing health conditions. But, you know, just keeping her prayer that she will be all right. Okay, so that looks good enough to me. I'm loving this hot pink crease. I feel like it's just going to be perfect for this look I'm about to throw down real quick. So let me take me another clean blending brush and just dust the outer V and all of that before we get into the next shade. And I'm going to use my animal hair brushes with this to see if there'll be a difference. So I'm going to use reference brushes with this side, whereas we use synthetic brushes and only one refer brush with the other side. So I'm going to take my number 13 from refer and put the pink shade in the crease. And then I will take, well, I'm not going to use all animal hair brushes now I think about it, because since we just used this and this is the only refer brush I have here, I don't want to reuse it and then get those other shades in there. So, or do I have to? No, I do have to. So I will use this one. And then put that in the crease. Hold on. Yeah. So I'm going to start off with this pink shade now, this one right here. And we're going to take that into the crease for my refer number 13. Sorry, y'all. One of my friends had texted me, so that's why I was like, you know, was trying to answer that. And plus that helped me take a break and go get the makeup removal wipe so I can wipe off my hand. See what I'm saying? Like you can see this shade showing up in my crease, but I feel like that other one would pack it on a little bit because I feel like it's quite deeper than the one we have, which is another reason I wanted to do such a bright color in the outer V, because I wanted to give it, you know, like a nice little pop, if you will. And then we'll have like the pop on the outer V and then the pop on the lid, and then it'll just be kind of like, you know, a subtle, what do you call it, crease, if you will. But I feel like that won't matter too much. I might just take the same brush and go in over the crease instead of taking a whole nother refer 16 that I'll have to wash. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Just because, see, I feel like this still isn't really showing up that much on my skin tone. So, I don't know about these little quads. They not, I don't feel like they're that brown people friendly. The pink is okay. Maybe if I had like patted it all over the lid, it would look a little better. But I just feel like it looks really, well, lackluster and boring. But in all fairness, it's sitting there, it's in the crease next to a hot pink shade. So, I mean, the hot pink is clearly going to steal the show. Okay. So, let's go ahead and swatch some of these shades. I had to swatch into the matte ones quite a bit or else they wouldn't show up at all. Yeah, like the pink one, I feel like you have to pile and pile and pile these on. So, unless you like neutrals, I don't know that I can recommend that you buy these sets, because I feel like you have to dip in quite a bit in order to get any shade. Like, look at this. I swiped into that one about 4 times just for you to be able to see that, and you can barely see it in my crease now. Or maybe use a white base. I don't know, but I'm just not. It's not the form I'm not impressed with. It's the color selection. Because I feel like none of these colors, unless you like neutrals, are going to really work for anybody who looks like me. And I don't like neutrals, so what the hell's going on over there, Viseart? I'm asking for myself, not even anyone else. I just want to know what the hell's going on over there. Because now I feel like I want to take that hot pink and take it over the top some more. But we're going to try it with the shimmer and see how that works. So I showed y'all the mattes. Go ahead and show y'all the shimmers. Now these do feel closer to the quality of the bigger palettes in my personal opinion, but they still aren't like the exact same quality as the ones in the palette. Like I can feel the difference, like they're not blending out as easily and the color isn't showing up as pigmented as I feel like those do. And as y'all can see, this pink is popping, and I didn't use like a pigmented base, even though I have a couple in the drawer. I just used this plain Urban Decay one. So anyway, these are what the two shimmers look like. They not really doing it that much for me either. Like I'd rather grab some out of the Koi palette I bring with me. Yeah, like I'd rather use this shade right here in the Koi palette than that one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna swatch it next to that one so you can see. I don't know this. So swatch that. And see, I feel like those are actually pretty similar too, but this one just seems to be a little more red toned than pink toned like this one is. So I might just layer it, like put the red one underneath there to start off with toward the back of the eye, then put this pink on top of it, and then we'll put that toward the inner corner. I think that's what we're gonna do, because yeah, I got some thoughts. If you can't tell, I got some thoughts. I'm going to take my number 2 Refer brush. And we're going to go ahead and go into that shade that I showed you all from the Koi palette first. And then we're going to pile the one from this new holiday quad on top. Okay. I feel like these usually show up more like fluid and pigmented, but they might be because I put it so close to that pink shade, and you know, since it's pink and this is a reddish pink, it's not showing up as well as it would if I didn't put it so close to it. But alas, now I'm taking the shade from the quad that they just came out with for holiday and putting it on top of this. So I was trying to lighten it up a bit because it's toward the back of the eye, and that pink is just, you know, popping and doing things, and these shimmers just aren't. But I mean, the shimmer's looking pretty decent combined with that other one now, in my personal opinion. I mean, I'm not gonna whip my brush or anything because I'm not one of those people that does that. As a general rule, I don't like to have to do that. I feel like it should just work on its own. I shouldn't have to do that, especially since, you know, Viseart is known for having pretty pigmented and quality products. I don't feel like I should have to spray the brush, so we're not doing it. Thanks so much. We're going to turn it over to this side and then take that light shimmer and start putting that toward the front of the eye. I'm going with this. I feel like this is hardly showing up either. Like, what the hell is going on? And their shimmers usually work on natural hair brushes pretty well. So what the hell is going on here? I don't know, but I'm not feeling it. I mean, like, at all, y'all. What is going on here? So let me take the inner corner brush, wipe it off on the makeup removal wipe, and then I'll just use the same inner corner brush again because, you know, brushes getting out of control. And then I still got, I think, 2 other videos I need to film, which is why we're not putting anything on the lower lash line as far as like shadow. I might go in with a pencil and put something down there just for like the thumbnail of the video that you won't see tomorrow. But, you know, otherwise I'm not really trying to do that. So I'm just take that pink shade, and it seems like it's weird though, because with this synthetic brush I feel like it's doing better. So maybe I need to go with my finger and see if that will help, because we did the finger on the first eye. So let's do the finger on this side too. Why? Yeah, I feel like it's definitely getting a little bit more pigmentation with my finger. And with this one. But again, it's still not saying much, because look how dull it looks compared to this side. The ones on this side I just feel like are way more pigmented and shimmery and exciting, and this pink one is kind of letting me down. And it doesn't help that this is the one that has the mattes that my skin tone works best with, and I'm not that excited about either of this. Okay, so these are the 2 finished eyes. So let's talk about it. Okay, so we saw the first one and how ashy it was and how it wouldn't show up in my crease unless we had used that purple shade that we did use from the Editorial Brights palette. Then we saw how we were disappointed to find out that the shimmers in the pink one aren't nearly as pigmented as the ones in this palette. So about these palettes, I hate to say it, y'all, but I'm not impressed with either one of them. The pink one, I feel like the shimmers are horrible in it. And then the ones that has the nice shimmers in it, it's like the mattes won't show up on my skin tone at all. So these shimmers are the amazing shimmers here, but the mattes in here ain't showing up on my skin tone. And then the 2 mattes that are in here, like I can only use this to dust over the top. And then this pink isn't really doing too much for me. Maybe I need to use more pigmented base. Like I said, I don't know. But y'all see in my crease, there's hardly, you know, visible, and it's quite dark. So I don't know, like, and then the shimmers in this one I'm not impressed with at all. So I'm just kind of over here like, should you really spend $22 for these? In my personal opinion, no. And I like Viseart, but I told y'all I don't ever feel like these are the same quality as these are the Grande Pour I showed you. And I feel like the way I just used the product showed that. Because you all have seen these Viseart palettes before. You've seen how bright and nice they are. You've seen how the shimmers look when I did a look with the Koi and the, what was the other one? The Koi and the Grande Pro 3s. So clearly, these just ain't the same floor and they ain't cutting it or something. Because it's like, I've done looks in the past and I haven't had these issues, but I feel like every time I get one of these small palettes, I always have this issue and I'm never impressed with it. So I keep trying with them. I don't know why, because clearly they're showing me that they don't want to be bothered and that they're not going to cut it for the type of quality I look for when I'm buying Viseart stuff. So I'm just going to try to stop, you know, buying them because, you know, they're not giving me what I need, which is impactful shimmers and mattes I can use. Because this one has an impactful shimmer, but I can't use any mattes in it. This has mattes I can use in it, but the shimmers are quite dull and boring. So maybe if you spray your brush, it'll be better. But again, I'm not a person who does that. I feel like when I buy a product, it should just work. I shouldn't have to put all this extra elbow grease in it, especially when you're supposed to be a high-end brand. It's supposed to be so luxe and so expensive. I can pay $80 for this palette. It could be good quality. Then when I'm buying this, I feel like it should be just as good, and I don't feel like these are. So anyway, so this is it against what is this, Pretty Baby by Marc Jacobs. I'm not Marc Jacobs, he's Tom Ford. Nothing really matches, but I just wanted to show some more luxury brands, and I feel like these are overpriced too, but don't get me started on that soapbox. But it might be like Mel Thompson said, I have the newer ones. The only older one I have is called Last Dance. So that might be why I don't think they're worth the price, because she said the quality was way better on the older ones, and I didn't buy Tom Ford when he had older quads out because I wasn't really, you know, concerned about Tom Ford at all. I'm going to show you Daydream against the Lilacs one now, and then we'll show you the very different one. I know this is what's her face's favorite one? What's that girl name? Morgan Turner. This is one of her favorite ones. This is called Daydream. As you can see, they're not really too much the same either. I was trying to find high-end stuff I thought would look similar, and that was in quad form, which is kind of hard because I don't really buy a quad form. I usually buy like a palette. I'm not really a quad girl. Not that there aren't some good, like, you know, little mini palettes out there, but I'm just like, when it comes to it being like a quad, I'm not usually trying to find out I want more than 4 shades, because usually when it's 4 shades, it's like 2 mattes and 2 shimmers, and then like they always want to put bone colored mattes in there I can't use, and then it's like, what's the point of me buying this? Just like this one right here, and it's just, okay, so I don't think I have any of the palettes here that are similar to this right here, for obvious reasons, because, you know, it's ashy and won't look good on me. I still love the brand though, and I will try some more stuff from it. It's just, I know not to buy any more of these. I need to officially give up on them, because every time I buy one, I feel like it never does what I want it to do, or isn't as impressive as I want it to be for, you know, what it's supposed to do compared to the stuff I already own. So these are 2. I don't have, like I told you, I don't really have a whole bunch of quads, so I'll show you these 2. But none of the shades in here are some of the ones in here either though. But I feel like it would be good to put this one with this one just to see how they would work out. I would use, of course, the mattes in this one, and I planned on using the shimmers in this one, but since they're so lackluster, it's like, is there really a point of doing a palette match with these 2 now? I feel like there isn't, because this shimmers in here aren't really doing it for me, and I can just use like the couple shimmers in here, even though I really don't like the shimmers in here either, so I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, I don't recommend that you buy these. I don't feel like they're the same quality as the big ones, despite what other YouTubers say. In my personal opinion, they are not the same. So this isn't the same as this or the Grande Pro 1, 2, or 3. So don't think that's the quality you're getting, because it is not. I'm gonna tell you it's real. It's not the quality you're getting. They ain't sending me nothing, so I'm gonna tell you it's real. It is not the same. They are not the same. And as you can see, they're not gonna show up on you if you're my skin tone anyway. So if you like neutrals from them, maybe you can try out the neutral quad, and that'll be nicer, because I hear neutrals are easier to make than, you know, colorful shades. But since they did this pink colorful one so well, now I'm just feeling like this is totally lackluster. And if I had ordered some for somewhere like that, I would be returning it. But since I ordered it from their website, I'm just going to keep it as like a reference thing to remind me why we don't buy the small ones. But anyway, so those are my thoughts on these eyeshadow quads. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.